Alright, welcome back to the rest of the story. I'm tossing aside an antler shed that I found in the middle of the field, and it goes without saying if I didn't, it would have ended up in a tire at some point here. So I took it home. I think it's sitting on the shelf at the farm right now, but it was just dropped. It was actually still wet, so I don't know if I scared the deer off when I showed up down here or what. So I had a couple people that were kind of disappointed, a little upset that from my last video when I was actually driving this tractor in the cab, a lot of people were wanting to see the outside of the tractor. So this video is dedicated to them. I'm actually going through and hauling out the second cut new seating. It's not the best quality stuff. It's got a lot of the corn stalk residue in it yet from the fact that this ground was corn the year before. I didn't make the new seeding. I picked this farm up late summer, August, September, and I'll be running it here for the next few years. So I didn't bring the Bobcat down, and I'm actually just going to load up 6 bales and take them home so at least we can dump them out to the beef cows. Mainly for bedding. They can go through and pick out, chew out whatever they feel is edible, and then we'll go through and just move the hay feeders and they can lay on the rest for all I care. I actually don't really get a full load of hay though, because this is the video, this is the point. If you guys watch my Instagram, I don't post a lot all the time, but I do post periodically, and it's the rest of the story, Travis, for those of you that are wondering. I posted a picture of the bent bale tine, and it's always when I'm trying to do a voiceover, everybody tries to contact me. Why I didn't go to the trouble of bringing the Bobcat down here is because it's actually 3:30 in the afternoon, and it gets dark a little after 5. The time change is definitely coming around, and I was by myself, and to get the Bobcat down here, I would have had to load it up with my truck, drive 6 miles down here, drop the skid steer off, drive the truck back home, get the tractor, bring the tractor back down, load the hay rack with the Bobcat, head back home with the tractor, get in the truck, bring the truck down, load up. I mean, I think you guys understand where I'm coming from. But this tractor actually does a really good job as far as being able to do everything the 76 can do, maybe a little bit more. It does have a bit more power on the engine. It's 195 horse. It's a 6195R, if I have not already said that. The loader is nice. I didn't, as odd as it sounds, I didn't want this tractor. Now, I definitely appreciate that the dealership sent this down in a replacement of the 76, because I really just needed something that I could feed cattle. I need to be able to put bales in. I need to be able to move bales between the farms. I've been moving a little bit of hay, well, more than a little bit of hay, between the farms, and I've been selling a couple loads, and it's really the 7600 is our tractor that is the best utilized in the conditions that we have. The 4020, 4640, the 8235R is just completely ridiculous to try to use that for doing winter chores. It was just, we're further ahead having Sloan's bring this down with the front wheel assist. It would have been better if we would have had a tying bucket or a bale spear on the front end. Yeah, I know. Didn't ask for it. I did use the bucket for pushing snow, but overall, I was just glad to have a tractor. At least I could move hay between the farms and mix feed up, and we were doing pretty good there. This does have the IVT. It has a lot more of the creature comforts in it. It's overall a really nice tractor. It's not the lower option machine. I think that'd be an M. So all the switches, and I think it's got the cell phone, radio, heating controls all on the armrest, and it's got the IVT, the front end suspension, the cab suspension, And this thing is actually really smooth going across some rough ground, compared to like with my 7600 going across ground that it's rough, but you know, it doesn't throw you out of your seat, but it's rough, you feel it. You hit those same spots with this tractor going say 8-10 miles an hour, and it's like it's not even there. So that's really nice. So this tractor does sit a lot taller. The bale tine, if you look to your right of the screen here, what I ended up doing, the bale tine was already bent from using it on the 7600 and loading and unloading this bale carrier. So this tine was already kind of, well, the bale mover is all the way up and the tine is dragging on the ground. But the tine was already bent down. You could see that in earlier parts of the video. And when I backed up to pick up another bale, I stuck that one bale spear straight down into the ground, and I didn't even feel it with this tractor. So yeah, it's a very powerful tractor, no doubt there. And here I'm just well, I'm actually pretty good with the tractor and loader. I've had many years experience with that 7400. There's a little bit of dirt that fell off that bale from when I set that bale on. It fell off the bale tine, so I'm going to scoop that dirt up. People were asking why we didn't keep the 7400 and loader from our Ryan's older videos, and that is because that was part of my grandpa's estate. It was part of my grandpa's line of equipment, and we got the land. We did not get the machinery. We didn't get the cows. We're better for it, as weird as that sounds. A lot of grandpa's machinery was worn out. It was well used. We did buy back the manure spreader, the 735 disc bine, which I think was our best purchase we made. I still like using that 735 Moco. But as far as the machinery, the tractors, I would have liked to have gotten the 7400 back, the 4440. Those are the two that if I had the option to keep, those are the ones I would have kept. But the equipment we have now definitely isn't hurting us either. So when families start fighting and it comes down to arguing over money, that kind of stuff, that's just what ends up happening. So whatever. I guess they're happy. Oh, I know they're not happy. It's never enough. But so what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to hook up to this bale mover and head back to the farm with it. I got to load up that bale mover, and I'm going to take it up to the welding shop that they are pretty certain that they're the ones that made this one. So we're going to just torch off the arm and weld on a new one. It's really not the end of the world. I mean, a couple $100, if even that. We got to move some cattle. I actually bought a 3-point mounted ball hitch bale mover assembly, so I can move our flatbed and our stock trailer with the tractors, which is kind of what we need right now to get around down at my place. The truck just can't do it. So if you could use the tractor and back the trailer in right where you need it, you're gold. So that's all I got for this video. I mean, I got a little bit of Dad loading some corn fodder, but I don't know if you guys want to see that or not. So no, we aren't going to buy this tractor. We aren't going to trade the 7600 off for this tractor. This is, well, no one's actually told me how much it cost. I was told very vaguely north of $100,000. I can't afford north of $100,000 for a chore tractor. It's just the way it is. I can't cash flow that, not as it stands right now. I mean, once I get more cows running around, the hay situation figured out, and the crops going, everything is that I stated, and then a few things that I haven't discussed are actually well underway at different stages as far as how far along they are, as far as like with the cattle. You know, I still have to actually go buy some. The crops, I still got to market this year's crops, so I've been watching the markets there. And with the hay, I'm not sure how the hay is really going to perform. I do know I'm going to have an abundant amount of hay. I got probably about 100 acres, and I've actually had one or two people contact me about making some hay for them just because they want to see it made. So I'm not trying to be a big hay producer, but we're gonna have cattle anyway, so at least it's feed. So sell some of it if I need to. So when the time comes, we can justify another tractor. It probably won't be something this new. It'll probably be, honestly, something along the lines of a 20 or 30 series. 7530, you guys heard me say it all the time. This is about as close as I could get to a similar machine as a 7530. I like it. If I have to go out right now and buy a machine, that's what it would be. So, well, all right, I got to get going. I got to get my day started. So thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Take care. Take it easy. Keep in touch. I'll talk to you guys later.